lighting. Oh, hello.
Need more streaming power. It's trying to get me to buy that higher thing.
Nope.
We also, hi everybody, we're here,
Hello.
Kim and I, talking everything spirit.
Yeah, everything spirit.
Right now we're talking about discernment within trance and physical mediumship. Actually, the physical mediumship through technology.
Right.
So that we're seeing a lot of images out there that people are posting that obviously that it's the camera trying to correct the image, which
Like
I've done a lot of
autofocus.
research on. Yeah.
Yeah,
And when you
autofocusing.
move your head like this or fast like this, it
Right.
creates this, thing, and the
Creates an
technology is trying to
illusion.
keep up with it. It does,
Right. That it's
and you can
that's not
capture because
spirit.
it's trying to capture your face here, or it's trying to capture, or if you move. Anyway, spirit sets that's we should set in stillness when we're
Yes.
setting with spirit. Total stillness. Seriously, I mean,
Yeah.
they'll move my head subtly
If they
like
need,
this.
right,
Really.
you're absolutely right. If they need to adjust us physically, they will do it, and it's our job to be the battery in physical mediumship. That's it. Just to sit there and be the battery and let them do what they need to with our energy and their energy,
Yep.
and then we'll see it.
And not chase every pixel.
Right. And
Everybody.
discernment, like you said, is very, very important. And as a community of trance mediums and physical mediums, we need to support each other, but we also need to use that discernment with each other and gently and kindly say, in my opinion, I don't think that was spirit. That might have
Yeah.
been your lighting, your camera autofocusing, because you can feel if it's spirit.
Yeah. Not just that. It's yeah. So a lot of times when you use too many bright lights and things of that nature, the camera's trying to focus and keep up with it, especially the new computers now.
Right.
But yeah, so I did research on the lights, and I have to
Ooh.
backtrack on myself
Ooh, do
because I'm
tell.
the one that suggested when I started this about almost 6 years ago with the physical mediumship stuff. I was the one that suggested to use the light. Well, I'm not just the only one, but I'm the one that did it in physical. I guess I don't know, but the light changing.
Right.
Do you know the
Yeah, yeah.
RGB lights? Now they're good for trance because you said you want to set in mood light.
Right.
But really, we should be using regular red light bulbs or very dim. Um, I ordered one very
Blue light.
dim. No, like a very dim amber light.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like they're called. I don't know. Frank, what's that name? Who invented electricity?
Oh, Tom, no, was it Thomas Edison? No. Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin
Franklin.
lights.
Oh boy, sorry guys, we're all over the place.
I'm just not good with names, but I love history. But God forbid
Glad
if
I
I
didn't
tell you
say
the name of
Tesla.
history. Yeah, but I'm serious. I think we really should get into it because we're going. It's something I've been feeling it for a long time now that something's not right.
Hmm.
Something's switching and changing, and I think it's when I've noticed so many people are chasing every pixel.
Right.
So, and if you ever watch Zoom back, which is really sad,
Yeah.
it's a lot of pixelation, even in the day, even in the light.
Right.
So there's people out there that think they're transfiguring. You get see all these square pixels, and it's blending everything together when it's really not.
Right.
And they're being encouraged, which they
Which
should
isn't
be
right.
led and not. They should be
Right.
led in the right direction. But that's my opinion.
Well, but I agree with that opinion as well because we are the voice of spirit, right? And if we don't say something, then we're doing spirit world a dishonor,
Yeah,
right? That's my belief as well. So you can agree
it's
with us or not agree with us, but if you truly, truly want to be of service with spirit, then not everything, if you don't have your lighting correct, and if you are moving and it's becoming pixelated, that's not spirit. That's just lighting and pixelation.
yeah.
And you can feel it. You can feel when spirit is there. So do yourself that honor too by honoring spirit.
Yeah, it's holding the integrity, right?
Absolutely. And some people sit with candlelight too. Just just a
Yeah.
candle. Um, I haven't done that. I mean, I light my candle, but I haven't used it for lighting. Um,
I have notes that I took because I'm gonna put it in my book and I study. So
and
yeah,
I think that needs to be. I think that when you share that, then that's honoring the spirit world,
yeah.
and that's what we signed up to do.
So it might be part of our contract, right?
Right.
So digital cameras do not capture a moment the way the human eye does. They
hmm
assemble an image by blending frames, brightening shadows, and correcting motion. So it's constantly working on us.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Of course, I have to read notes because I can't speak it as well as I read it.
Well, yeah, because you're getting it while you're just channeling through your writing. Sure.
So when someone moves over their head quickly, turns, looks, laughs, shifts, the camera struggles to keep up in the struggle. In the struggle, it often creates bright, overexposed faces, smeared or elongated features, glowing or colored overlays, blocky pixel squares,
Right,
doubled
which
up.
we've seen several
Yeah,
times. We've seen that when people
motion
post
trails that
things.
resemble mask.
Right? We've
Motion
seen.
trails. And
Yep, we've seen that too. Right? Yeah.
I, true transfiguration is subtle. It occurs in stillness, usually in red light, and can be seen with the naked eye before a camera ever tries to capture it. Spirit does
hmm
not rush, smear the face, or create square patterns or neon overlays. Spirit works gently, gradually, and with unmistakable presence. Does that sound good?
Yeah, but because we've experienced that.
Yeah.
We together we've experienced that. We've experienced it in a group, and when people take pictures and they get too close to the screen and it will show lines. That's not
And then
spirit.
people,
That's not right. That's not energy. That's just your camera too close. And people get kind of upset when you say this. They
yeah,
take it wrong, but I think it still needs to be said.
yeah.
Um,
Discernment is, I wrote down there, discernment is never an attack, it's a devotion. It is choosing the truth even when the illusion looks exciting.
right. And if people do get upset, then they really need to put themselves in check because that's your ego. And you're not doing the spirit world or the circle that you're in any favors. It's actually a disservice
Yeah,
if you're not going to at least be open enough to listen to uh, what what you have taken years to to discern over what is spirit, what is lighting, what is pixelation, from the computer. So, this is all good knowledgeable things that need to be addressed so we can be of service to spirit in an honorable
yeah.
way.
And you know what? I've been wrong into the lighting myself. The RGB lights, the ones that we turn different colors now, they're good for trance, like we spoke, for
Right.
mood, but not for. I'm starting to learn. So I ordered some, and I ordered a dimmer. So I'll be
Ooh,
using that in my circle. And I was right, and I wrote, integrity does not diminish the magic, integrity preserves it, and discernment
right.
keeps mediumship rooted in authenticity as we walk between the physical world, the spirit world, and the digital world that now sits between them.
Well, and that's beautiful, and it's so true because everything now, well, not everything. Let me backtrack a little, but it is moving more towards electronics because that holds its own energy,
Yeah,
and they can manipulate that a lot easier than in a physical setting, one on one.
yeah. Do you want me
And
to?
yeah, yeah, go on, yeah, because I
No,
love this
you go
stuff.
on. I'll find what I said about. I think I've got it here somewhere about the RGB lighting.
Now I sit in blue.
So,
I sit in blue light because the love's like blue for some
but what do
reason.
you? There's nothing wrong with blue light.
Yeah.
But what type of bulb are you using? The ones that I told you to buy that I
Yeah,
shouldn't have told you to buy.
absolutely.
No, but I should. But I'm.
Absolutely. and it made a difference because the other lights that I were using were like a 15-watt red or blue bulb, and wasn't really catching much. It was catching some things, but not a lot. When I switched to the bulb that you recommended that had a nice dimmer, made a
That's what I'm
world.
saying, Kim. I've been wrong about them.
Oh, great! Wow. Now I guess I'll switch from the dimmer to what am I switching to?
No, you can get it dimmer. That's what I'm saying. So I have to come out and say I've been wrong, folks, all the time because I've been doing a lot of research, and I've been practicing with it. And if you really want, like your face transfigures, your
Yeah,
neck
yeah,
crazy transfigures, that that is no mistake. And you've got
right.
spirit all around you. You could probably stay in your light. But my point was, do you know that vibrational that stuff? That's what the RGB from the lighting's causing.
Okay, and that's
All
that.
that
Is it
stuff that
from the
we're yeah,
from
all that stuff that we're trying to calm down.
capture?
Remember, we've been speaking about all the time. How do we stop it? We don't know what to do about it. So that's
Right.
why I've been researching it. And
Ah,
it's something with the RGB lights, which I have it written down or spoken to my phone. So it creates an artificial something. It creates all that pixeling
right.
around us.
So I wonder if it's because it carries its own frequency, a
Yeah,
different frequency.
exactly. Good for
I
you.
just heard frequency, so that's why I said it. So it carries a different frequency that's uh, not jiving with the spirit realm, basically.
In layman's terms, right?
Yeah,
That's very good.
layman
But it's
terms.
true.
Yeah,
Um,
because they will direct us literally to what lights to use if we listen.
and yeah, and it
We.
says that when the lighting is poor, if someone moves even slightly, the camera begins to smear. It'll even stretch your features out.
Hmm.
Um, I gotta see if I find the lighting and maybe
So
look
the
it on.
light bulb that you suggested is not the right one. Am I correct?
It's good if you want to set with trance for mood.
Okay, but not for physical mediumship.
No, it's not. I
So,
gotta.
okay, so
So this
now,
is what I did
n-
research on.
okay,
Working with red light, there are dimmable red lights, red light bulbs you could use, and many of them are quite compatible with spiritual mediumship work, especially if your goal is creating a calmer, lower stimulus, subtle environment. Like we want to lower the energy.
right,
And everybody's going, well, spirit can. No, they can't. We need to
right,
work with them. So I'm led to this
right,
stuff for a reason.
right.
I don't feel bad
No,
because it's been
no,
developing.
and
So I have some red lights, like the Echo Smart 40-watt dimmer. You want a
okay,
dimmer light that you can dim. I bought a dimmer for like $8. I ordered
okay,
it. Or maybe it's 13. And you can dim it up and down. And
okay,
you can still use your lamp. You just plug it in.
okay.
And then I bought I don't know, but I want to work with it. I
Well,
wasn't
and
going to actually even bring this out, but
but that is so true though, because spirit is constantly teaching us, and they're learning. Newsflash, folks, they're learning too. They don't know
yeah,
it all. They are learning with us as they are teaching us and sharing their knowledge and wisdom with us. So it's
yeah,
all a learning ground when it comes to trance, when it comes to physical mediumship. And as we learn, we all grow together. Even the spirit world grows with us, our guides.
yes, yeah. And you know what I got when I was studying with spirit? That discernment's just another way of learning.
Right.
Maybe you just said that. Like, it's a part of discernment is educating ourselves on how cameras behave. So,
Well,
I've been saying this,
and
so go ahead.
for you to say, "Hey guys, newsflash, whoops, I got some more information." And the one lights that I said were okay. Guess what? I've learned more information, and we need to regroup and get something different because it will work even better. That is you pushing your ego totally aside and saying, "Hey, I'm learning too."
I know I made a mistake.
Right.
Right,
Which
and
is
then it's like, well, we
totally
see
not
all this.
right.
But we're seeing a lot of fake stuff when it comes to all the pixelation, when it comes to all the stuff that just anyway. I don't want to say too much to hurt anybody's feelings.
Well, I don't think it's hurting anybody's feelings. Well, then they need to push their ego out of the side, out of the way. Because if people are going to take this personal and not be open to suggestions, then they're doing themselves a disservice too.
Right.
Because they could truly be getting, uh, be learning more with spirit if they're willing to try different things, different
Yeah.
avenues from somebody experienced like yourself who's been running a physical mediumship circle for how many years?
It'll be 6 years in February.
Okay, which was groundbreaking to begin with because it was the first ever on Zoom. So, yeah, you're going to be learning and doing different things because that's what this playground is here on Earth.
Yeah, we were on the playground kind of, aren't they?
Right?
And this is not to judge or anything. It's just
No,
it
it's just
needs to be
sharing
said.
information, saying
Yeah,
how you could do it better.
trying to find the. I've got so many writings. I'm trying to find where I wrote about the RGB lights, but anyway, they do. Something happens with them. And there's another way of that we should be setting it. But anyway, we'll practice. And I
Right.
can send you the bulbs I ordered. They're really cheap if you want to try it.
Of course I'm
Just
going
to
to try
try.
it because just like you said with the HD camera, you know, oh, let's not use that. Let's try to do it just with the computer camera. That
Yeah.
big game changer, capturing a lot more of spirit because the HD, for some reason, that frequency does not work with spirit.
Because the reason why we have HD cameras is to correct the flaws within with and what is being received in the video, and they're
Right,
sound waves. So
right,
sound waves are that's why we should work with sound waves with spirit. But when we're feeding into the sound waves with moving our heads in false light, and bright and using really bright lights
right.
or too dark lights, or in the wrong lighting, then we're creating false
False things.
perception or whatever. But
Right, there you
to see
go.
it live, like we see it live, like there was no doubt that your son hasn't been on your neck. We
Right,
saw it.
right.
When
Or
you see,
no doubt that he's come through Malata,
right? I was
you
just going
can
to bring that up too, but
right,
yeah, and my
because you
son
can
has it.
see it,
You can
feel it.
see it, feel it, yes, and the same with like Sue expanding. She was expanding, but it was
Oh
so subtle.
yes,
And you have to know what you're looking for.
right. Yes.
Yeah, so it was yeah. When Milana Monday night, I had to see that. It really helped me
Yeah.
to help me discern and realize. And I kept saying, I got these doubts. You're gonna have to help me out here. And I
Right.
looked at, holy cow! But
Yeah.
when you look back at the video, it's so pixelated.
Is it
Yeah, but I do have videos on my phone that's not.
right? Isn't that crazy how they do that?
Because we see it live and I
Mm-hmm.
video get tape it live. Yeah. So yeah, but wasn't that crazy? That was so
It was
wonderful.
it was great. And I don't know, you've got this in with spirits when it comes to capturing them. They let
What's
you
because
know
I've been doing it
exactly when to press that button.
yeah, Milana's gotten good at it too, but it's because we've been doing it. I've been doing it for years, Count. I mean, years. It
Mm-hmm.
took me a while. And try to tell everybody, but they won't listen. I tell everybody how to do it. Y'all don't want to listen. So I just
I
said, forget
listen. I listen. I
it.
listen. Yeah, because now
All you gotta
sometimes,
do, one of the good things is because spirit can move so fast, is record what you're watching on your
hmm
phone. I think
yeah.
you're yeah, okay. Your
Let's
camera just messed up something.
did it. Great. Hopefully, it didn't get me stuck in a position. Right. Unflattering.
You look
But
very pretty today.
if people would listen and try these things, I think they'd really have an outcome that they were happy with.
Yeah. And so maybe we should tell them they could order a demo on YouTube. I mean, YouTube, my goodness. On
Amazon.
Amazon. And the light bulb that I mentioned earlier, for example. But there's also this Edison bulb. That's what it's called.
Edison, Thomas Edison. There you
Yeah, I
go.
couldn't believe we got that mixed up. We could.
Right? Benjamin Franklin. I think he.
Yeah, well, I love
Gosh.
Benjamin Franklin. I give. Okay, so
Too
oh
bad we
wow,
couldn't
they said they
use a
delivered it
link.
today. Woo-hoo. Huh?
It's too bad we couldn't use a link down below. I don't know how to do that.
Well, I probably could put it in the link. It's called a vintage Edison light bulb amber glass dimmable. It's 4 watt, 40 watt equivalent. So you have to get the dimmable ones,
Okay.
and then you could buy a dimmer, which is, and these are very inexpensive. The bulb is $7.99. The dimmer is actually $14.86. I probably got it
Okay.
on Cyber Monday. It's going up. So it's I ordered the Doing Will's plug-in dimmer switch for lamps, so you can
Oh
dimmer. You
yeah.
can, yeah, and see how
Well,
it goes.
I'll definitely be getting one
Yeah,
for Monday Circle because I do listen, and I found out that if I listen, a lot more happens that can
yeah.
be captured
That's what
around
happened with
me.
my mother. Yeah, for
Right?
years she listened to me. Bless her heart. Yeah,
Right.
and I'm not trying to be a know-it-all. I really not. But I do
No,
know these things.
you're sharing, right? You're doing what we're supposed to. You're sharing what you have learned. And if we all do that, man, it'd be a lot easier world,
Mhm.
you know?
And it's not even. So, what do you think about a lot of people talking about joining the new era of the quantum field when the quantum field is
I
really
think it's always been there, right? That,
so they're making it okay. The first 2 weeks of the class that I had, I
right,
purposely kind of walked y'all into it. Y'all thought y'all were going into something different. There
right,
is nothing different.
right.
Everything's
It's
there's
always
nothing
been there, but
because
now
it's
I
just a
think,
new name.
right. And now that some of us have gotten to where we are with spirit, now it's being brought into our conscious awareness because we're
Hmm.
ready for this.
So
Where
with the
before
quantum,
we weren't really ready for it because we weren't there yet, if that makes
it kind of
sense.
it teaches you where you're at in your trance.
Right.
So you have the beta, like we're at now, then you have your alpha, and
Hmm.
then you have your theta.
Right.
So then you want to go into the quantum, you don't want to go in delta. And all the
Right.
quantum is not a brainwave, it's just a name that we use that's new, that the old mediums didn't use. They used to use going deep, stuff like that.
Because they didn't have that knowledge yet of the word quantum.
I don't know if quantum didn't
Right.
exist back then. Quantum is physics. It's not mediumship. I don't know. So it came in to use a quantum field. The quantum field is between theta. We could call it anything. We could call it a
Right.
deep stage. We could call it
Right.
before sleep stage. We could call it anything. But people were trying to go so deep because they weren't thinking. So you ease it in. So you could go in that quantum. Do you see how
Right.
easy it was?
It was
And
very easy. And it's like we've been
yeah.
doing this for a long time, just didn't have the right verbiage for it, I guess. The quantum field, we just called it going deeper.
So a lot of people, there's a lot to be. There's something must be happening with the internet to be discerned. Or Riverside, it keeps
Right.
blinking. A lot of people aren't in trance. There's a lot that's not really in trance. They might be in an alpha stage of trance,
Right.
but not the core trance. So I always said the core, and then I really like the quantums. But there's a lot of people trying to use the quantum as a new
A
place where
new
you go with
thing. Yeah.
spirit, but it's
It's
not.
not. No.
Got
Been
to be
there.
careful.
Been there. I think that's that stage, as we call it, going deeper, that's always been there. And I think
Hmm.
it's had different names to it. And now people are saying that this is something new. It just has a new word to it. Am I making sense?
Yeah, it's just
It just
something
has
that
a
we.
new word. And back then they didn't have the word quantum, which it's been around forever, the quantum field. They just didn't have
People,
the right word. And people
so
keep
people,
changing the
yeah,
words.
they
The
think
word.
quantum is going into another era of the spirit world, but you're not.
Right.
You're just, you're going, yeah. So it's pretty interesting.
I love it.
Me too. I think I'm going to turn my light on, but we'll talk a couple more minutes and I'll turn it on.
Right.
It's okay
It's
with
fine.
you?
That's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. And I call that space, and I always have my Happy Gilmore spot. I've always that's where I'm happy. Now that's the quantum field, but that's always been my Happy Gilmore place because I can feel that spot with the loves,
Yeah.
the sweet spot, basically.
And you can get there. People just have to try. But now people are setting for trance and in 5 minutes are talking and that's not deep trance.
I
And
was
you know,
watching right. I was watching YouTube just the other day, and on this podcast, and he said this guy said, "Okay, so are you ready to go into trance?" Literally, we are the Actuarians. I was like, "Oh no, 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 no!" I mean,
it's true, they're not. How could you possibly be in trance? Trance is when your head really goes down and
right,
then
right,
spirit rises in you. And
right,
that's when spirit lifts your head when it starts rising. And there might be times you have to have somebody to help peek you because you can go so far down that you won't speak.
right. Oh, I've been there, right, to where I
It's
that's my
like,
Happy Gilmore spot, to where I'm so
yeah,
in there blended with spirit that I'm happy. I'm in bliss. Leave me alone. And then I have to peek up just a little bit so they can,
yeah.
speak. And still, after 5, 6 years of doing trance steadily with the loves, it takes me a good 7 minutes
Yeah.
and that's quick. I like to take 10 to blend, but it still takes me a minute because I want to make sure that we're all ready.
Yeah. So yeah, well, you know what I've been doing in the Thursday circle is, I'm not calling on people. We've been going down, and I timed it. We're down for 20 minutes,
Hmm.
and we're in that space of
Right.
trance.
Yep.
And yeah, so even though it, experience, it takes me 10 to feel the click, seven
Right.
to 10 to feel the
That's what I
click.
was just saying, right? It does,
Hmm.
doesn't it? It takes
Yeah,
that
even that,
seven
yeah,
to 10 minutes to really be in a good blend with spirit.
yeah. But you can go further down. That's when
Of
you want to go
course.
further down. That's
Yeah.
just me speaking. You know, that's what I'm learning. So yeah,
And but
that's what
that's
I'm
so
going
true. That is so
to.
true.
Yeah.
That's why I say if I'm going to work with the client or if I'm going to do a dem, I usually sit before, of course, but
Yes.
I still have to take that seven, even though I've blended with them before, I still have to take that 7 to 10 minutes to
Yes.
beam back up
It's
with
so
them.
true.
So when I see somebody on a podcast that claims to be a
Yeah.
trance medium, right? And it's like, what? Hello? It's like, what? No, no,
Yeah.
no.
And I channel with my eyes open. I channel because I write, and I do know they can speak to us, but a lot of it is also us.
Yes.
When you go into that core, like you're speaking about, it's really spirit. It's
Yeah.
very nice and very beautiful,
And
and
I
they
can
speak
do
really.
it with my eyes open or shut too, but I prefer if I'm going to go down like that.
It's called trance. Yeah,
Yeah, I've got
yeah.
not light trance. Light trance is with my eyes open or like, or writing. But if I'm going to go into a deep trance with the loves and a good blend, then yeah, it's got to be at least 7 to 10 minutes. At
Yeah.
least.
So when we're in that state where we're channeling, like I said, with my eyes open, it's really not trance. When we're in the alpha state, it's altered state. When
Right.
we're in theta, we're going into we're into trance, and then the blend begins right when you go right past theta before you go to sleep. That's when the truth of it does.
Well,
And after a while, with the years that we've been doing it, it doesn't take long. But
right.
but I don't know. My new guide is she just goes to the core, and I can literally feel it in my heart, and my solar plex. So yeah,
Oh yeah. Isn't that the best?
yeah. And sometimes you
Oh,
don't want to speak; you just want to stay there and feel it,
that's
like
what
you
I'm
said.
saying. You just want to stay in that state because it's so blissful. But you have captured um in some of your photos when we're blending, you have
Yeah.
literally caught spirit in a good blend.
Yes. Yes, and over your face a lot, or on your side of your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can feel it. And so when you see that picture that you've captured, it's like, "Oh, thank you. We are doing it right. Thank
Yeah.
you." Yeah. It's a good confirmation.
Yeah. Well, you know what's really funny? They show up for the party when you're in Monday Circle, but they ain't there now.
Right.
'Cause you can see them all around you and
Right.
on your face,
Right.
on your
It's
neck, and
true.
all. I know.
That's because it's a good I haven't sat and blended really well for
Well,
this.
also you're on an HD camera.
I am. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's true, right? That is
Yeah.
very true. So it's a big difference.
Yeah.
For
So you see
some
how?
reason, that frequency, they don't like the HD
Yeah.
or the bright
It's
light.
not. It's not because spirit don't like it. And I used to say things like that. It's because the computers are technology is created to correct
To correct
what
it.
they can't. Yeah, create it.
What they can't
So,
manipulate, I guess, would be,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Maybe that's what it is. Well, they can and they could be, but they're HD's closing them out,
There
tuning
you
them
go.
out.
Tuning
I
them
can
out.
write it down better than I say it, but you know what I
Right.
mean. So you have an HD camera, and you see, let's say there's a pixelation here, but it's really spirit coming
Mm-hmm.
in. It's energy, and then you can see spirit. Let's say you see spirit, and it's really spirit. The HD camera is like, oh, that don't belong there.
Right. Yeah. So it corrects it out.
Yeah, and so that a lot of the new computers are doing that too.
Yeah, because we
Like,
had somebody in Circle who was having problems with that when they were trying to lower the light. It would try to
yeah,
correct it.
yeah, or when yeah, or people would sit down because you see the light on, light off, like happened with the one girl and the one guy before, and some people say, "Oh, spirits turn your light on and off," and it did to you too, but
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you realize it's just your camera trying to capture you. It's
Right.
your
Not everything
computer
is
or your
spirit.
camera. No, I know. We gotta get into reality here,
Right,
right?
because we're doing them a disservice if we're everything is spirit. No, that
Yeah.
was my dog. She wears a bell. That wasn't spirit.
That would have been nice, though.
Right,
But yeah,
right.
exactly.
But it was just Petey.
But there was a lady's voice in Mondays twice. There was a lady saying something in Monday Circle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was when we went down.
I heard a lady's voice when we were
Hmm.
down, and I was like, okay,
Yeah,
but
I
I
have to
couldn't make
listen
out what
back.
she was saying.
And you know the really bad part is sometimes I got to figure this out. Sometimes Facebook, when I load it up, will mute out some of the music. So I wonder if that would mute out
Ah,
that. I don't know if they
oh,
will this time, but we'll see.
oh, right, because something about
They say that some of them muted because
rights.
copyrights. Yeah,
Yeah,
copyright
copyrights.
stuff. Yeah.
Whatever.
So thank you. And we're going to
Thanks,
close
guys.
now. And we shall see
Yeah.
you next week. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.